Alright, well, good morning. It's a beautiful morning in Campeche. It's almost cold, which is a new feeling for us, because Cancun is never this cold.
Yeah. This is nice.
And by cold we mean like 68, 70 degrees.
Yeah. It feels good. We are on an adventure to the Edzná. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Archaeological
I think
site?
you're saying it right.
Okay. And yeah, it's supposed to be, I mean, it's like the middle of the jungle, so it's supposed to be pretty hot there. So if it stays cooler longer, I'll be happy.
I'm excited about this one. Not a lot of tourists go there because it's so far away from Cancun.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's less disturbed as well. You can climb to the top still, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. So that'll be nice. We'll have to compare it to Chichen Itza and let you guys know what we think. So that's really the only big site we've been to so far.
Yeah.
Like we've been to El Rey in the Cancun hotel
Rey's.
zone, but it's not very big, and I wouldn't say it's like a huge must-see, you know?
Yeah, El Rey is kind of a sad story because it sounds like a lot of the buildings were...
Yeah, like when they were building
the hotel zone, yeah.
I think it wasn't like protected, so a lot of things got destroyed and covered up.
I'm proud of us, by the way. We asked for directions on how to get to Edzná, all in Spanish.
Yeah, not bad. We pretty much picked it up. So we're trying to figure out if we actually know what we're doing. And where we're
let's see how good we actually were at the Spanish. I know we need to catch a colectivo.
Yes, we know what the collectivo's name is. We know it's an hour long.
We know what our day will look like. 1 hour there, 2 hours at the park, 1 hour back.
Yes, so we'll see how this goes.
I hope we interpreted it right.
Yeah.
By the way, at the end of the conversation, the guy spoke perfect English.
Yeah, he did. We had no idea.
Alright, so what was that, about an hour in the collectivo?
Yeah, a little bit over an hour, probably. We had to wait a little while to actually go because it's one of those collectivos where they don't leave until it's completely full. And
That's
our route isn't super popular, so we probably waited like 20 minutes. 30.
Yeah, probably about that.
Yeah, that's okay. We found it.
So we were walking towards like this market area that we were told to walk to.
Yeah.
And we saw a lot of collectivo stops and bus stops. So we were convinced that if the collectivos are stopping there, ours would stop there, right?
Right.
We ended up asking like about 3 people, I think it was, where to go, and we finally
go down farther, another street.
Actually, we had to walk through this little passageway, and it was in an alley.
Well, we walked through the alley to get to it, but it was a whole nother street. But we
really
dropped a pin.
Away.
We'll throw it on the map for anybody else who's interested, who might be wanting to do the same route as us, because it was only 50 pesos per person to get here. Super affordable.
Yeah.
The collectivo comes every hour on the half hour. Returning is way more convenient, way better than like
we saw a deal where it was like 1,500 pesos per person, so.
And I think it was like 2 people was gonna be 1,500 pesos, but still, you know, a budget traveler, it's not really.
That's true.
Something we want to do, so yeah.
Well, let's go take a look at these ruins. I can already tell a huge difference between Chichen Itza and Edzná.
Oh yeah, I think this is the place you want to be if you enjoy nature and
absolutely.
You want something a little more serene.
Instead of a lot of vendors everywhere, we have 2 vending machines.
Agua, solo agua.
Solo agua. And they're not yelling at you to buy their merchandise, so I think these are
so nice.
much better. Not to disparage Chichen Itza, it gets kind of old after a while.
Yeah, I know they're like struggling trying to keep the vendors under control there, and it's still a gorgeous place. It's just I don't know, this is quieter.
It's a lot quieter,
yeah.
A lot more intimate, right?
Yes.
There's also a lot of trees cut down, so it's like an open area for all those vendors to go. And here, you're just surrounded by nature. There's a lot of, I feel like a lot more wildlife,
a lot more overhang. So I'm debating whether I should put on sunscreen or not because there's so much shade.
Yep, in a natural canopy.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go check this out.
Alright, class. Today we're learning about the Maya, and I just want to make note from this lovely sign that the Maya were never helped by extraterrestrial beings. Any ancient alien fans out there, sorry to break your hearts, but what they accomplished was due to their own ingenuity and hard work.
This is just more proof for the conspiracy.
Is it?
We've heard it's really hot here because we're in the middle of the jungle without an ocean breeze. If you come in January though,
honestly,
it's perfect.
It's perfect. The morning right now, like, it's not hot yet, and I don't know, like, the air feels amazing.
It is humid, so you don't even need water. You can just
No, it
breathe it
doesn't
in.
even feel humid right now.
I think it does.
Really? I think it feels fine.
But we're in a disagreement about that.
We agree to disagree.
Vote in the comment section below if you feel humid right now.
Yeah, we want to know.
And here we stumble across the ancient helipad.
Is this a portal?
Hmm?
Is this a portal?
What's a helipad?
Where they teleport? What is it? No, what's the word I'm looking for?
You beam up.
You beam up, yeah.
That's a common misconception.
Oh.
You actually had little transport vessels that looked like helicopters and they would land here and people would board. So of course the ruins we're accustomed to all seeing, they just look like bare limestone. But that's just because all the paint has been wiped off from years of abuse by the sun and all sorts of weather conditions. But here we can see the original red color, and it is a stucco-like material I just read on one of the signs. And they built this this shade around this to protect it from the sun's harmful rays. So it's really cool that we get the opportunity to see the original color,
Yeah.
even if it is faded. I'm glad they built this. Seriously, look around. I see like not even 24 people.
It is nice. It's not as crowded here.
I feel like
Some of
we
the
have
other
this
ones.
like whole park to ourselves.
Really good.
There's a lot to see.
Yeah.
I think this is a must-see if you come to the Yucatan Peninsula. I understand it's on the backside, but maybe Campeche is should be not as overlooked for a tourist destination.
I agree.
I kind of take it back. It's not a nice day here. It did get really hot.
Yeah.
The sun's higher up in the sky and we're not in the shade as much as we were.
Yeah, the main plaza doesn't have shade, so I'm lathering up with my Simply Protect baby sunscreen.
It's amazing, out of all the planets in the universe, that the aliens came and chose to build our architecture like this here. We're truly lucky. What do you think, Rachel?
No. This eats rocks.
this lichen that was transplanted here from another planet by ancient aliens.
God damn it,
They
Daniel.
put it here to eat these rocks to get rid of the evidence. They just miscalculated and it's not happening fast enough.
Naturally break down. Rock. Look at that. That's crazy. Nature. Hashtag nature.
Damn, nature, you scary. She'll ditch me. I'm on my own castle. She has her own castle now. And we built this moat so we didn't have to be near each other. I have the better castle.
I think these are the most fun ones we've been on climbing wise.
Oh yeah, we can't, I mean, you're usually not really allowed to climb.
Yeah.
I wish we could go on the big one, but
That one. Yeah. It's okay.
looks like that staircase is deteriorating. I see why they broke that one off.
I get it. Yeah.
I don't want to destroy it for future generations, so.
That's kind of you.
I want to destroy this one for future generations.
Right.
So.
This one we don't care
This
about.
one can go to hell.
That's harsh. Everywhere you go, around the corner is something else to see here. You climb up something and it's a whole nother platform with more buildings.
Also, it seems like we're on the ground level, but we're pretty far up on a building right now. Look where these trees are. I tripped. Look where these trees are. We're near the top of them. So we're in this like the Grand Plaza area, and that whole plaza area is built on this raised platform, and that raised platform supports all of these buildings we've been showing you so far. So look at this close up. That's a lot more red pigment that we can still see on the rock. Just amazing that it was able to be preserved for, what, 15 to 1800 years-ish? And we're on the north side too, so less sun in that regard as well, right?
Yeah, true.
Alright, so we've been here a couple hours. We climbed every building we could climb. I think we've seen every structure as well.
Yeah, I think they said not the tour guide, but at the tour information desk said you really only need 2 hours here, and I think that's pretty accurate because it's not a huge plot of land, and a lot of the main buildings that are mostly restored, that are the eye catchers of the place, are all right by each other. So
it's just kind of like 2 connected courtyards, and then some buildings off every once in a while. So yeah, I think every building basically had its own placard in Spanish and English, so we learned a little bit about the city.
Yeah, it was a good overview of the architecture and kind of what the different meanings of the buildings were and what they thought might be the purpose of those buildings.
I wonder what the first quote-unquote discoverer,
the rediscoverers
thought of this.
So it was in the 1950s, I think, is when they...
Well, I saw a sign that said they discovered it. The first sign said they discovered it in 1907, and they started to explore it in 1928, and then in the 58 that really started to ramp up.
Right. And then in the 80s, during the big restoration project, there was refugees from Guatemala who they gave jobs to help with the restoration. So I think the area we're in is actually a dedication to those people who helped restore it and work on it. So it's called the
patio. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, the Patio of Ambassadors. That sounds right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool.
Alright, well thanks for coming along with us on this little adventure. I think we're going to go back to Campeche and
explore a bit more of the city, probably hit up the beach. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and hit the bell for more so you're notified every time we upload. And we'll see you in the next video.
bye.
Bye!
I think it probably looked like a dock for a mothership.
Sure.